Hey guys, welcome back to IT Contents channel, and in this video we're going to be doing something exciting. We're going to be setting up two-factor authentication using Google Authenticator on your Linux server for each and every SSH connection to your server for specific users. So I'll use PowerShell to connect to my server, but you can use anything like Mobex, Party, or any other terminal that you'd prefer to use to connect to your server. So I'll open up my PowerShell here and I'll just do SSH into my server. So I'll be doing it on this user Koba, but you can log in with whatever user you want to set up the two-factor authentication for. So here I'll just enter the IP address of that server, press enter. Here I'll just say yes. Okay, so I just need to enter the password of that account. Okay, and then that should load and then we should be logged in. So once we are logged in here, as you can see, I'll just clear my screen. The first thing that we want to do is we need to make sure we update our server. So our server needs to be updated. So whatever package manager that you use, you can just go ahead and just run an update on your system to make sure that you have the latest and greatest of everything before we get started. So once you've updated your server, you just want to clear your screen, and now we can start installing the Google Authenticator module. So here, this is a command that you're going to use, sudo apt install, and then that there. Or if you are running a different distribution, for example like CentOS or Fedora, so I'll provide commands for that as well. You make sure you check the description, or I'll put them on the screen here. So once you have that, you just want to press enter here. Again, you just want to leave it to install, so you can just say yes here to install it. Okay, so once the module is installed, I'll just clear my screen again. Once the module is installed, we want to run this command here, which is Google-Authenticator. You just want to press enter here. It will ask you a couple of questions. Do you want to use a time-based authenticator? You want to say yes here. You just type Y and press enter. You'll notice it will give you this QR code here. So this is very important and you don't want to miss this here. So here, this is what we need to now scan. So you want to get your phone and then you just want to scan the actual QR code so that you can add it to your authenticator. Again, here you can use the Microsoft Authenticator app, or you can just use the actual Google Authenticator app itself. So download it from your Play Store, and then you just want to go ahead and scan the QR code so that you can now set up your two-factor authentication. So once you scan it, you need to enter the code here at the bottom, as you can see here. So I have my Authenticator app open and I've scanned it. So I just need to enter the actual code that I have here. So once you enter the code that you have on your side, you press enter. So here, this is again one very important thing that you have to take note. In case you lose your phone or anything like that, these codes, you need to make sure you keep them secure and safe somewhere, so that in case you have an emergency and you need to log in, this is what you're going to use. So here it will ask you, do you want to update the actual file? You want to also type Y and press enter here. Again, here to this question that will pop up again, you also want to specify Y, yes. So again, on this prompt here, you also want to type Y and press enter. So here it will ask you, do you want to enable late remitting? Again, this is important. You want to say yes. So now here we are done with the first part of installation and linking our app to the actual service on our server. So now the other important thing that we want to do now is we need to configure PAM for SSH. So we are going to use this command here. Again, you can use any text editor of your choice. So I'll clear my screen here. So here we want to go to etc/pam.d/sshd and press enter. So here at the top, we want to add a very important line. This line will make sure that the Authenticator app is active. So here at the far top here, I can just add a space here like that, and you just want to paste it there like that. So here I can press Ctrl X, Y, enter. So that has been added there. Again, we have another thing that we need to do, of which this one we need to add the actual instruction to the SSH daemon itself. So again, this is another command that we need to run so that we can edit that file. So as you can see here, this is for the actual SSH configuration. We go enter here, and in here we want to also add this very important section here. Okay, so again, this we can do it somewhere here where it says authentication. Just under authentication we can add these lines here. So again, the other way of securing your server is not to use a password based authentication like we have here. So usually you would set it to no like that, but the reason I'm setting it to yes right now is because I've not set up SSH keys yet. So if you want to learn more about SSH keys, just let me know in the comment section so that I can make a video on that. But once we have this set up in here, we want to go ahead and press Ctrl X, Y, enter again to just actually have that information saved. So now the final part that we need to do here is we need to do a few things. So again, we're going to restart the actual SSH server itself. So once we restart here, we need to test. So what we're going to do is I'll type exit here and press enter. So right now I'm no longer logged in here. So if I bring back the command here again and press enter, you'll notice that it will ask me for a verification code. So I cannot log in to my server without this verification code. Authentication code is here where it says Cuba, because remember that's the actual account we set it up on. I'm just waiting for it to reset so that I can just use the new code. So now you see here, I'll just type it over here, which is 438-657 like that, and press enter. So here you see now that is verified. I can now enter the actual user password for Cuba. So meaning if I enter the user password for that account and press enter, you'll notice that now we will be able to log into our actual server. So that's how you do it. And again, like I said, I'll emphasize again, if you are going to be using this method and you've scanned your QR code and everything, make sure you keep the emergency codes safely so that you can easily use them in terms when there's an emergency. And also you can also harden your server again by making sure that you use SSH keys instead of a password based authentication, because keys are much safer than a password. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and follow my channel so that you don't miss any time I release a new video. See you in the next video.